Good day everyone, Quinn here back again with another tutorial. This time I'm going to show you how to configure your VPN, your virtual private network. The process should be quite simple but a little bit lengthy. That being said, let's get right to it. So to start off, what we're going to do first is whenever we have to add brand new roles and features, what do? We select add roles and features. We will go through the usual step-by-step process that we usually do, where we click next here. We will select role base or feature base as it is defaultly selected for us. So we select next, we select our server that we've been utilizing for the most part. We select next again, and from here we are actually going to select the role itself. The role that we will be utilizing is remote access. It's going to tell us exactly what we will be getting with this role in particular. You can see it all here, it's a lot. But either way, we select next, and then we will ignore any other features that we will need. So we select next again. It's going to tell us exactly what we will be getting out of this. The main thing that we will be doing here is deploying a VPN, which is a VPN is to allow client computers to run operating system not supported by direct access or configured in a workplace to remotely access corporate networks over VPN connection. Right, so we select next. We will be taking this particular rule. It's going to tell us what we'll be getting once we add said features, which we will be adding, and this will be the only one that we'll be selecting. From there, we select next. It's going to tell us what the different web server rules are going to be and everything, but we click on this, we select next, and from here we don't really have to install anything else, so we select next again, and that is the last thing. Besides that, we will select the restart the destination server automatically if required, because you never know, it might actually be required. Select yes, and we select install. From here, it's going to go through the process of actually installing the VPN and installing the actual rule. So let it do that. I'm going to fast forward the video. Right, so the process is now completed, so we will select close. So as you can see here, we have our remote access option right here, and it's going to tell us that we need to actually finish the configuration. So once we select this, we can now select more. It's going to tell us that the post deployment configuration is needed. So let us open the getting started wizard. Right, so we can clearly see that the post deployment configuration has been completed. So from here, what we will do next is quite simple. We go into tools and we will be selecting remote access management. It takes some time to load up. Right. Now that we're in it, it will show us the fact that we actually have to configure the remote access setup. So let's select direct access and VPN. It's going to show us the configuration setup. So we will select the run the getting started wizard. So from here, we have the configure remote access. So we will be selecting deploy VPN only. So here we have the routing and remote access. It's going to tell us everything here, what it is we will be doing in the routing and remote access. We will be selecting server status. It's going to tell us there's nothing there right now, and once we select this too, it's going to tell us that we have to actually configure the router and remote access server. So let's do that. So let us right click on Panda server, and we're going to select configure and enable routing and remote access. From here we have the setup wizard that we have to utilize, so we select next. It's going to tell us the different type of configuration we have. In this video we are going to be selecting custom configuration, and select next. The service that we want to enable on the server is in fact the VPN access, so we select that and we select next, and that there is finish. And it's going to ask us if we want to start the service one time, and indeed we shall. So we select start service. So it's going to take some time to process to let it start. And everything is on. Once we click onto the Panda server, it's going to show us all the different network interface. It's going to show us the ports that we have. It's going to show us the remote access clients that would slowly but surely be there, and it's going to show us the different IP version 4, IP version 6. So what you want to do next is you actually want to right click on the Panda server itself, and then you're going to want to select properties. From here, you can go into IP version 4, and it's going to tell you that the server can assign IP version 4 addresses by using the dynamic host configuration protocol, or the DHCP, or a static address pool. What this means is if you select the static address pool, you can actually use it to give the system address pools with an IP version 4 configuration. However, due to the fact that we already have our DHCP sorted out, we will in fact leave it like such. So you select OK. From here, what we'll do is we'll actually close off all these for now, because we will not necessarily need these anymore. So let's close these at this point in time. We will go into Tools, and we will go into Active Directory Users and Computers. From here, we will actually be going into the section of Users, and we are going to actually no, not users. You'll actually have to go into OSP class. You go into users here, and we are going to now select our two users here. What are we going to do so, you may ask? Well, what we'll do is we're going to right click on them, and we're going to select properties. From here, we are actually going to select the dial in of the properties, and we are going to allow network access permissions. So you're going to allow access to that. That way, when we connect the VPN, when we connect our system to the VPN network, we will automatically get the permission, and we'll get access to it without there being any particular hold up to it. So now that's being done, we select apply, and we select OK. We do the same thing for John. Apply and OK. And now they will have complete access when we sort out our VPN. So let's go on to the next side now to sort it out. Right, now that we're in our client system, let us go through the process of connecting to the VPN. So what you'll do is you're going to select Start, and you're going to select Control Panel. From here, we will be selecting Network and Internet to go into the Network and Sharing Center. From here, we will be selecting Set up a new connection or network, and we will be selecting Connect to our workplace. This has the option for us to set up a dial-up or a VPN connection to your workplace, or our workplace. Select Next, and then we will select Use My Internet Connection VPN. It's going to tell us that internet connection is necessary for using a VPN connection. We don't have the internet connection, but it's not necessary, so we will set that up later. From here, it's going to access for the network administrator to give you an address. So we're going to give it the internet address, and we're going to actually use our local network number, the local network server number, which was 192.168.0.20. We can leave the destination name as VPN connection, and we will now select Next. It's going to ask us to type in our username and password, so let's do that. Jane.o password 101, and it's going to access, and I'm going to select remember password. Actually, not Jane, John. This is John's system. John. From here, we select create. It's going to create the connection, and it's going to tell us that the connection is ready for use. Now, some people would normally jump into it one time to actually say that we could just use it, but we actually have to set it up. So what we do is select it, we will right click on it and we select properties. From here, we go into security and we would actually have to change the data encryption from require connection. We're going to change it to optional encryption connection, even if there's no encryption. We select that and we will leave the Microsoft Chat version 2 selected. Select OK. And from here, we will go back again. So I will click on it, the VPN connection, and we are going to connect it. It's going to ask us to put in the username and the password. So let us put in the username and password. And now we will connect. It's going to verify it. Register the computer onto the network. And now our computer, our client, is connected to the VPN connection. So let's go back to the server and see that it actually showed up on the remote client access. Right, now that we're back in our server, let's go check to see if it's connected, shall we? So we go back into our server manager, we select tools, we select routing and remote access. And as we can clearly see in the remote access clients, John Doe is in fact connected. So we now have John Doe connected to our VPN. And that's basically it. John Doe is now connected to the VPN and everything is sorted. And that's it for your VPN video. I hope it was informative. I know it might seem a bit long, it might seem a bit tricky, but honestly, the process is actually quite simple. And once you get the ball rolling, you'll be finished before you even know it. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. I can't wait to see you all again for the next tutorial as I may have. Till then, take care, be safe, and all the best. Till next time. This is Quincy signing out.